Hello friends, let us have a look at the task at hand. I have an ice cube and I want to convert it into an ice ball. What should I do? How should I proceed? Yes, probably you're right. You need to heat up that ice cube, let it convert into liquid, and then put it in a mold of a ball and put it to freeze again. You know what? You've just come across a beautiful model of change given by Kurt Lewin. So Kurt Lewin gave 3 steps for change, and the change model was that you need to unfreeze, you need to move, and you have to refreeze. So same thing we did right here. We actually unfreezed the cube, moved it into a liquid, and then we refreezed it as a ball. A wonderful model, right? And so it forms the base of almost all the models of change that you will hear around. Now let us have a look at the situation that we had with us. You know, when I said that we have an ice cube, which means I have an understanding of the current situation. If I want to change a person, I understand that person. If I want to change the process, I understand the current process. Exactly, right? I know how to change it, the process of unfreezing, making a person free. And then I also know how to refreeze it. So I understand that process also, right? Now, what if it was a cold country, it was a hot country? Look at the situation, right? So given the context, the situation, the same trick may not be that successful. In the cold countries, you might come across sculptures of ice. Can you actually do the same in the hot countries? Yes, you can, but you know the kind of energy that will be required, that will be huge. So it won't be that cost effective. So returns, you know, of that particular change may vary according to the external environment. The context we are talking about. 2, we had already decided that we want a ball out of it. So it was a planned change. I wanted a ball, I know how to do it, and I achieved it. So here I was talking about a cube made of water. So that is ice, right? What if the liquid was not water and it was something that evaporates on heating? Will I ever get a ball out of it? So I need to understand the readiness of change of that particular subject I want to change. So that external environment. 2, the readiness of it. 3, that process, is it conducive or not? And I need to refreeze the same. I have to also understand how much time it takes. So when I say how much time it takes, maybe if the time of refreezing or unfreezing takes a lot of time, the context, the usefulness of change may not be there because the change is happening continuously. So let us have a quick look at this particular model, the advantages and the disadvantages. So of course, on the advantages side, it is very easy to understand, easy to implement. But of course, you have to understand few things. What is the process you want to apply, right? You need to understand the current situation and you need to have clarity on what you want in future. 2, I need to understand that this particular model has got only 3 stages, right? It forms the base of all the models that you see around. So simplest model having only 3 stages, and it forms a base for all kinds of models around. In fact, it can be used for all kinds of situations. Of course, you need to moderate. A lot of models have developed using this as a base. But even if you moderate a little bit, it becomes easy, right? So I need to understand this, that this was a planned change. I had something in mind, right? And hence I was able to do it. The context says so. Coming to the disadvantages, I understand that this particular process may take time. It may not be conducive to the subject that we are putting it to change. Like I said, what if the liquid evaporates, right? And there is some kind of misarrangement or something goes wrong with the process itself. So there is some kind of risk associated to it. 3, I'm talking about refreezing the same thing, right? Now with the change in time, you know, a lot of things may become uncontextual after a certain point of time. I'm putting a lot of effort towards one process. What if it becomes of no use after that time? 3, I need to understand that particular part, that the external environment plays a big role. You know, I talked about hot countries, moderate countries, and the cold countries now. So if we talk about three different situations, it is easier to refreeze in that particular atmosphere. It is difficult to refreeze in, say, hot countries. So a lot depends on the context and the external environment that we are talking about. Secondly, I need to remember that maybe at times unplanned change may be a better option because of the changing times. I might like to plan something, but on the due course I discovered no, the current situation is better, let me go ahead with it. Right? At times it is a little harsh also. You are forcing people to change from one point to another. So it is a drastic change. It's not that smooth or incremental change that happens. Try doing a small exercise. Probably if you try to cross your hands, I might say, this is the natural way I do it, right? But if I say, no, do it the other way, that is, this left hand is on my right shoulder, do it the other way. So I might try it like this. But I'm uncomfortable. Now what do I do? If I ask you to do it, you won't be that conducive. There's resistance to change, right? So I might like you to try some dance steps and then try doing it. Of course, you find it easy because you have used some dance steps, you enjoyed it, and hence you're able to do it now like this. But tell me one thing, can you continue like this over a period of time? The natural tendencies come back, which means that I need to reinforce the same, right? So when I say refreeze, I need to remember that I have to reinforce this again and again if it is not something natural to me. So if things are coming naturally to me, I might stay like this for years together. If it is not, I might like to change it frequently, right? So I hope this model was of great use to us. This is the simplest model of change given by Kurt Lewin. Wonderful model. Can be used at a number of situations, right? And it has got its own advantages and disadvantages. Of course, with the changing times, we might say there are more disadvantages, but you know what? This forms a base of all models of change. Happy learning.